Ah, okay. A new area. Oh, Molly. We survived that creepy brood mother, thank goodness.
If BRANKA is anywhere, this has to be it. She will not be unprepared.
She won't try to kill us, will she? Is that her? I saw someone standing there.
Let me be blunt with you. After all this time, my tolerance for social graces is fairly limited. That doesn't bother you, I hope.
Well, shave my back and call me an elf. BRANKA, by the stone! I barely recognized you.
Wow.
It figures you'd eventually find your way here. Hopefully you can find your way back more easily. And how shall I address you? Hired sword of the latest lordling to come looking for me? Or just the only
Here comes the attitude.
Ogren's ale breath.
Be respectful, woman. You're talking to a Grey Warden.
Ah, so an important errand boy, then. I suppose something serious has happened. Is Endrin dead? That seems most likely. He was on the old and wheezy side. Because nobody helps Ogren. At best, Ogren's need to find me happened to coincide with the needs of someone more important.
Ah, you are impossible! This Grey Warden's come all the way from the surface to ask your help picking Endrin's successor.
I don't care if the Assembly puts a drunken monkey on the throne. Because our protector, our great invention, the thing that once made our armies the envy of the world, is lost to the very darkspawn it should be fighting. The Anvil of the Void. The means by which the ancients forged their army of golems and held off the first archdemon ever to rise. It's here, so close I can taste it. The anvil lies on the other side of a gauntlet of traps designed by Caridin himself. My people and I have given body and soul to unlocking its secrets. This is what's important. This has lasting meaning. If I succeed, the Dwarven people benefit. Kings, politics, all that is transitory. I've given up everything and would sacrifice anything to get the Anvil of the Void. Enough questions. If you wish me to get involved with this
Doesn't want to answer.
collection, I must first have the Anvil. There's only one way
Her
out,
whole
Warden.
family.
Forward, through Caridin's maze, and out to where the Anvil waits.
What has this place done to you? I remember marrying a girl you could talk to for 1 minute and see her brilliance.
I am your paragon.
I think she's lost a few marbles.
They're all mine, pledged to be my house, and they didn't want
I
to
can't
help.
hear
They
you.
tried to leave me, even my Hespeth. But even she couldn't understand that when you reach for greatness, there are sacrifices, as many sacrifices as are needed.
That is not true. And look, we have enemies.
As you desire.
Okay. So we're supposed to get through a bunch of traps placed by Caridin.
Well, all right.
I really hope we can talk her out of this machine she's talking about, because she sounds a little crazy. Her entire family is dead and she's just like fine with it. Uh-oh. Oh. What is happening? Almost done. Well, are we? There's still more. Oh my goodness. Okay. made it out. Wait. What is this trap now? Ooh. Okay, there they are. Okay, so what triggers the trap? I'm not really sure. I don't know how to avoid it. What is that? It's not water. Smoke. It's alive. Is it dead? Please be dead.
Sure thing.
What is happening?
What next?
Now that is no bad.
Holy crap. I wasn't sure if I was doing it right or not.
Lovely.
Ugh. More golem.
My name is Carradine. Once, longer ago than I care to think, I was a paragon to the dwarves of Orzammar.
Carradine, the Paragon Smith. Alive?
Ah, there is a voice I recognize. Shale of the House of Kadash. Step forward.
You know my name.
Wait.
Is it you that forged me then? Is it you that gave me my name?
Have you forgotten then? It has been so long. I made you into the golem you are now, Shale. But before that you were a dwarf, just as I was. The finest
Wow.
woman to serve King Valtor, and the only woman to volunteer.
Woman.
The only woman? A dwarf?
I laid you on the anvil of the void, here in this very room, and put you into the form you now possess.
The Anvil of the Void. That is what we seek.
If you seek the anvil, then you must care about my story, or be doomed to relive it. Though I made many things in my time, I rose to fame and earned my status based on a single item, the Anvil of the Void. It allowed me to forge a man of steel or stone, as flexible and clever as any soldier. As an army, they were invincible, but I told no one the cost. No mere smith, however skilled, has the power to create life. To make my golems live, I had to take their lives from elsewhere.
Well, every golem is a dwarf.
So said my king. I had only intended to use volunteers, but he was not satisfied, and soon a river of blood flowed out of this place. Finally, it was too much. I refused, and so Valtor had me put on the anvil next. Not revenge. The blow of the hammer opened my eyes. My apprentices knew enough to make me as I am, but not enough to fashion a control rod. I retained my mind. You were amongst the most loyal, Shale. You remained at my side throughout, and at the end, I sent you away out of mercy.
I do not remember.
We have remained entombed here ever since, and I have sought a way to destroy the anvil. Alas, I cannot do it myself. No golem can touch it.
No! The anvil is mine! No one will take it from me!
Shale, you fought
Here
to
she
destroy
is.
the anvil once. Do not allow it to fall into unthinking hands again.
You speak of things I do not remember. You say we fought. Did you use our control rods to command us to do so?
I destroyed the rods. Perhaps my apprentices eventually learned to replace the rods. I do not know. But if so, then all they need is the anvil to make all the slaves they need. You, please, help
not
me
good.
destroy the anvil. Do not let it enslave more souls than it already has.
We have to. I don't want to hurt Branka. What do we do? I want to pick one, but I also want to pick two, just so Branka doesn't flip.
As long as the anvil exists, it may be used to create slaves, and it will be used. Why seek a more difficult path when another, easier path is available? Help me destroy it.
Branka doesn't seem stable to me. She seems like she would just put slaves in there. She killed her whole family. If I hate these choices, I'm gonna do it again.
While you have the chance. As long as it exists, one day you or I may fall under the hammer. Remember that.
That's true.
So it fights with Caradin? Good. That seems right.
Thank you, stranger. Your compassion
Branka.
shames me.
No! You will not take it! Not while I still live!
Branka, don't throw your life away for this. Just give her the blasted thing. She's confused. Maybe once she calms down, we can talk to her.
I feel really bad for Ogren, but we really can't do it.
You're not the only master smith here, Caradin. Golems, obey me! Attack!
A control rod!
Crap.
You must help me! I cannot stop her alone!
Branka. Oh no, he hates me. I feel bad.
Another life lost because of my invention. I wish no mention of it had made it into history.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Stupid woman. Always knew the anvil would kill her.
How is it that the woman was not able to disable me as she did you, Caradin?
I do not know. Have you been altered?
I once had a pathetic little mage of a master. He did something to me, experimented on me, and then I killed him, and it rendered me paralyzed.
Perhaps he was bringing forth old memories, and caused you to remember the time when you fought at my side. The paralysis you speak of always resulted when the Master perished. As for your free will, you were always a strong woman, Shell. I am pleased to see you remain such.
I don't know what to say. Thank you.
Do not thank me. All of this is my doing, my legacy. But at least it ends here. I thank you for standing with me, stranger. The anvil waits there for you to shatter it. Is there any boon I can grant you for your aid? A final favor before I am freed from my burden?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't suppose you can bring Branka back. Maybe make her a golem like you.
I would not do such a thing to her, even if I could.
Somehow I didn't think so. And I don't want anything that would remind me of this. Best it's just done. There is still the matter of the election. I mean, we still need a paragon to get the Assembly support, right?
For the aid you've given me, I shall put Hammer to steel one last time, and give you a crown for the king of your choice.
I feel guilty. But if I hadn't done that, the jail would probably flip too, and Alistair. Look at that. That looks so cool, but I still feel kind of bad.
There, it is done. Give it to whom you will. I do not wish to hear their names, nor anything more of them. I have already lived far beyond my time. I have no place here.
Wow. Oh. She's stronger than I thought.
You have my eternal thanks, stranger. A trust in all Tunshire. May you always find your way in the dark.
Okay, so Ogren went back up +7. I'm sorry, dude. Had to be done.
Well, that pretty much beat the sod out of how I imagined it. You ready to head back yet and share the news?
Let's
Those
go.
Dishers have been trying to destroy the city for years. Haven't managed yet.
Lords of the Assembly, I call for order. This argument gets us nowhere.
Then why these delaying tactics? I call for a vote right now. My father has one living child to assume the Idukan throne. Who would deny him that?
Your father made me swear on his deathbed you would not succeed him.
I apologize for the interruption, Lord Steward, but the Grey Warden has returned.
We should let the Warden speak. What news do you bring?
Caridin was trapped in the body of a golem. This Warden granted him the mercy he sought, releasing him and destroying the Anvil of the Void. Before he died, Caridin forged a crown for Orzamar's next king, chosen by the ancestors themselves.
And we are supposed to trust this? The word of a drunken sot and a Grey Warden known to be in Harrowmont's pocket?
Silence! This crown is of Paragon make, and bears House Hortan's ancient seal. Tell us, Warden, whom did Caridin choose?
The Grey Warden knows nothing about us. Why would a Paragon entrust someone like this with such a weighty decision?
Because I'm not biased.
This is ridiculous.
We've argued in these chambers for too long. The will of the Paragon is that the Grey Warden decide.
I appreciate your forthrightness, Warden. You have acted with grace through this entire torturous process.
I do think he's the right person. Forget bloodlines.
let the memories find you worthy. First amidst the lords of the houses, the king of Orzammar.
Awesome.
I will not abide by this!
The ancestors have spoken.
You have to.
Would you let a surfacer decide the fate of the dwarves?
Watch out! They brought weapons!
Guards!
Here we go.
I admit I did not think even Balin would defy the word of a paragon, nor that so many would follow him. But most of
It
Orzammar
happens.
has seen him for what he really is, and I trust we will bring this insurgency under control. I prefer to be known as a just and compassionate king. Strong too often comes to mean tyrannical, but I will not leave this uprising unpunished.
You know what I mean.
Those loyal to the throne will begin preparations for a surface mission immediately. Orzammar will fulfill its treaties.
Thank you, King Haramont. Perhaps your rule will mark a new era for Orzammar.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must get to the palace and set our plans in motion.
When I get a statue.
This is the staff I carried as King Endrin's II. Take it as a reminder of your place in Orzammar. I wish you luck against the Blight Warden. May we foster another 4 centuries of peace.
Your role in this election will long be remembered.
There were just too many, like... He was just too... Yeah, tyrannical, basically. I felt like Balin was just gonna get people into trouble. Well, I guess that's it for the main part of this section. Thank you.
If I'd heard it secondhand, I'd have called it a sodding lie. Warden, we've got a king because of you. The rest, impressive, but the Legion is grateful most for restored leadership. It frees us to fight to the Darkspawn properly. Nay, our place is down here. When you break the Blight, and you've got the skill, we'll make sure they have nowhere to retreat. You'll have us indirectly. That's more than any surfacer can say.
Great.
You alone have the skill to back up your words. Each of the Legion owes our homeland a death, but if our lives are better shed on the surface, so be it. Back to Orzammar when we win, though. I'll not stay topside to lose my stone sense.
They're joining the fight. That's good, because they're kind of experts. Okay. I can think of 2 more things that I need to do here for sure. One of them... Not that. One of them is to tell this lady about her lineage. She's gonna be so happy.
I started to worry. I didn't know if you were ever coming back. Did you find any records? Any sign of the old Orton Tig? You found them? Let me see. That's my great-grandmother's name. And her husband. Oh, great ancestors, it's them! It's me! I am an Orton. Oh, thank you. I have to take these to the assembly right away. Find me there. Once these are acknowledged, I'll give you any reward.
Oh. Okay. We can help her out.
My name's Orta. After the old Orton house, they gave our seat back. And the records show which houses still owe House Orton money. One day, I will be able to properly thank you for all you've done for me.
Perfect.
And I don't know what treasure is left, but whatever I get, you can have as much as you want. I'll have to find someone willing to look. Maybe a whole expedition. If the Tig is still there, it must have something. House Orton will not forget this kindness. Didn't that sound official?
The next thing we have to do isn't so fun. The one with the son, who was kind of driven insane in there.
You've returned. With all the excitement over the new king, I never expected you to remember my poor son. Did you learn anything about my Ruck?
Oh my gosh.
What is it? Is he dead? Please don't torment me. Oh, my poor...
I'm gonna lie to her.
I guess I knew, but... I just wish I could have seen him one last time. Here, this is my husband's masterwork, the first
I don't
shield he
wanna...
smithed. I don't have anyone to save it for anymore. I'd like you to have it, for what you risked to bring me this news.
She'll never be able to get him back anyways. And he didn't want to come back, so... Just told her what he requested.
Stole the throne. Now his taxes will bankrupt us to pay for his wife's diamonds. Are you here to buy something or what? I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Balin would have done worse. I can tell he's that kind. Okay, let's return this book.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time.
So, I think that was it. That was it for Orzammar.